この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am back once again to the land of the living. It's been a rough couple of weeks over here in winter in T-land. I keep getting sick. I got really sick for a while, and then I got differently sick, and then that led into being other differently sick, and I've just been sort of like down and out and then back and then out again for a couple of weeks. This is the first time in a long time that I've been sick like this, and it sucks so much. My heart goes out to anybody and everybody who is dealing with various types of illness over this winter season. It's the worst, and it's completely incapacitated me for a long time, and it feels terrible to feel helpless. And to feel like there's like literally nothing you can do except sit around and rest and wait. So my apologies to everyone who's been waiting for my content. I'm really sorry. And I hope to not get sick again and to be consistent going forward starting today. We are starting on Sunday, the 26th, with Non Biyori. And last time we watched 2 episodes of Non Biyori. Now there are 3 episodes remaining. And I can already feel as I've started talking again that I've got a catch in my throat. So I think I'm leaning toward the idea that we may just watch 1 episode today and call it a simple day. And then we'll be back to like normal-ish scheduling starting tomorrow. And we'll finish the season next week. So we are going to watch Non Biyori episode 10, which had something to do with watching the first sunrise of the new year, which is very cute and rather fitting. Timing-wise, for us, because we're moving toward New Year's right now. Fuck. See, immediately I start talking and there's a coffee fit. I fucking hate this shit. I hate it so much. I just want to be here and I want to watch my animes and I want to record the animes and I want to talk to you about them, and my body won't let me do it. It's the worst feeling that my body will just not cooperate with me on the one thing that I want to accomplish today. Regardless, we're going to watch this episode. It'll be the first sunrise of the year, and apparently our characters are going to watch it, which is super cute. Last time, I should say, we watched an episode where we had fall, and fall is for the arts. It was an episode chock full of nostalgia and cute little moments and persimmons and discovering that Renge is an extraordinarily talented artist at her age, which is super cool. Then we had a disastrous cultural festival where we guilted I would say a bunch, but there were only like 3 people that we managed to get to come in for the cultural festival. And then failed to cook anything and messed up real bad, leading into cleaning our room and getting completely sidetracked by finding a bunch of fun little toys and things that we find in our room sometimes and get distracted by. All in all, the last couple episodes were really cute, and I actually really like them a lot. And I'm hoping that this next episode will be really cute too. Seasonal type of episodes, the way that KyoAni does them, the way that Non Biyori kind of has already with fall and with certain things, are really like nostalgic and create a lot of like good feelings, even when maybe you're not having the best season, which is part of the reason that I wanted to watch this today and now, because I'm not having the best Christmas season. It's been okay, but not great, and I'd rather it be better, and I think we can achieve that kind of thing by living vicariously through media sometimes, and sometimes it can go too far, and sometimes you can go too far into living through the media that you consume. But in certain cases, I think it's totally fine and totally valid and totally okay to seek out the representations of a feeling that you may not actually physically have in yourself right now in the media that you want to watch. So that's what I'm hoping for out of this episode of Non Biyori. I know that's a kind of a weird way to come into this, but the way that I'm coming into this episode is, man, I've been having a shit couple of weeks, and it would be great to have a nice 20 minutes of a cute anime that makes me feel like the winter and Christmas and New Year's season is not all bad. Yeah, hopefully that's at least a little bit relatable to you guys. I don't know, but that's what I'm coming at this. That's the angle I'm coming at this from. So let's go ahead and watch episode 10 of Non Biyori, and we will hope that it accomplishes at least some of our goals. So I've got episode 10 up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. I'm going to have to cough in a second, but I'll try to get the rest of the spiel out. It's at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the corner, linked down there in the description. A timer-based version will be available up on YouTube. And if you'd like to sync up your own copy, you can always do that with your own version and just sync it up to the beep beep timer. Also, if you want early inconsistent access to the Patreon, or to the videos, they will be up early but inconsistently. Hopefully, seriously, hopefully everything will start being consistent again this week, starting tomorrow, starting today. But we'll see. If you'd like to support the channel and get some access to the content, check out the Patreon. It's linked in the description. I appreciate it so much. You guys are the reason that I survive, and I do always end up thinking about that more when it gets colder outside and less hospitable outside. And it's beautiful and it's amazing, and it stuns me pretty much every day that I'm capable of doing this thing that I absolutely love to do because of the support of you all. It's just beautiful to me, and I don't know what to say except for thank you. It's the best holiday present that I could possibly ask for, is the ability to survive doing what I love. So thank you all for doing it, and I hope to be back to doing what I love for a lot longer before I get sick again. We'll see, though. Some things are outside of mortals' control. Okay, I'm gonna spend a moment coughing, and then we will get right into the video. See you in a sec. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's get into it. I've got episode 10 up and ready. I already gave the spiel. Beep beep timer. That's it. Let's go. Closing ceremony. Hello, Renge. Sweet. I know that feel. Oh, those are rabbits. That makes sense. I don't know. Maybe they do when they have burrows? I don't know if they do. I just don't know. Goodbye, rabbits. Goodbye, Usagi-san. All right, what weird shit are you going to get up to with these? Ah, damn it. Is that a persimmon? Or a tangerine? Manga, manga, manga. I know that feel, though. Fuck it. I just want to sit under the kotatsu and read manga. Ooh, that's a very pretty scene. Music on point. Oh, God. The book of... I don't know what those are. I can't read them. Wow, those are some boxes. That's some crazy stuff. I guess it's for New Year's. Uh, I know that feel, too. I feel like you're already falling asleep. Right? Good night. Oh, double good night. Boom. Beautiful. I like the start to this episode. We had that one really pretty landscape, some cute moments, a bunch of cute little New Year's traditional things, and, of course, a New Year's Komogurumi, because that's normal. Totally chill. Something just clicked for me. I get why people really care about this OP. It's a feeling that it's the same feeling that I get during Precure. I just made the association in my brain. It's probably because I've had so much distance from anime, but like, um, I just made the association. The swell of it. Sorry for missing something, but this is important to me. This is also nailing a feeling of like it's a feeling that I've gotten when I've gone out like at 1 a.m. to go and watch like shooting stars. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I will try. I'll do everything. Just let me go. She's gonna fall asleep before it, right? Like that's the gag that we're building to. I will. Okay. Yeah, she did. Why are you wearing a full face mask? It's kind of creepy. Yeah, what's up with that? Wait, what? Not nice at all. You are wearing a full face mask though. Yeah, what's up with that? What the fuck is up with that? Up, up, up. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the little bubble at the on the side is really goofy. Renge is gonna get fucking lost. Honestly true. Thank you for keeping us on track, Renge. Super true. Ooh, pretty forest. Spooky night night forest, but still. It's a long walk. Oh god. What are you going to sing? Renge is so unself-conscious. Just in it. I don't think anybody else knows this song. Also, what is this song about? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they grow up quick. Hmm. So Kaide's been a part of the family for a long time, huh? Oh, we're flashed back. Okay. Younger Kaide. Full side tail. Way younger, huh? How old is she now? She can't. If she's this young now, and that's 5 years ago, she can't be more than like 20. Okay. Oh, yeah. You don't want to be bored, dude. Perfect. Have a child to take care of. Easy peasy. Oh, God. Oh, no. Ha. Heh. Ah. She just keeps going. I'm in. 5,000 yen. Let's go. In it for the money. Bye. Bye. Ugh. Good luck, man. This is a hard job. I wonder what will come up. This is cute that we're flashing back all this way, showing this relationship between Renge and Kaede. It's very cute. All right, how will we do? There you go, child. Contrails, look. Oh, she's just fascinated by you. Yeah, that'll happen. Ah. Oh, okay, there we go. Good luck finding out. Doesn't have words. Nope. I don't like it. Don't like that either. Yeah, it's better. I don't know. Who knows, man? Great question. Because tantrum. Because frustrated. For sure. Do not try to take it away. Zero interest at the moment. Totally unpredictable child. Fucking shut up. I'm playing with the bear, dude. Don't you see me having a conversation with my bear? Now she's gonna want it. Fair, honestly. Very fair, honestly. Right. Should be able to put it on. Oh, don't start crying. Her what? I got it. It might. Fur seal calls? What does that even sound like? Mm. It was already in the note. Well, it is what it is. All right, there we go. Gotta warm the. It's hard to tell. You have to take it out and touch it to yourself. I think to your forehead. Oh my God! Do not lose the child. Do not take your eyes off the child. Oh no! Do not pull the cat's tail. Child, do not pull the cat's tail. Ah, fucking shit! Oh no! Okay, this is a good cat. That cat is great with children. Thank God. Oh, never mind. Cat is unhappy. Tick, 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 tick. Binky bomb achieved. Ah, fuck, the milk. Oh, it's fucking boiling. Oh, God. It's all downhill from here. That is exactly how showing a first-time babysitting should look. It's perfect. Super hard. One of the hardest things that a human being can do, for sure. For sure. Talk. Nope. Does no comprehension of gratitude. Oh. Oh, okay. We're gonna actually get some gratitude, though. Oh. Your legs are gonna fall asleep. No, I like it here. Fuck you. Bah. Bah. Uh-oh. Aunt. Aunt. How do you go with aunt? Really nailing a lot of the vibe of babysitting a child. Really nailing it. Ah. Outside, outside. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely color of a sunset. Asleep in her lap. Both of them were abducted by aliens. Oh man, my throat is really starting to hurt. It really depends on Renge's age, but you should not fall asleep in bed with her. It's not a thing you should do with small children. Fuck. I don't think she's here for the money. What? What? I'm just gonna leave that one be. Ah, and so a long-lasting relationship begins. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Okay. They're not really. Sure. You just need to excuse it so that it becomes an easy thing. I see. I see. Okay. Oh, it's getting to be a long walk there, eh? I'm going to call. Oh shit, she fell asleep. So we drop down to just these two. Are we gonna have to pick her up and carry her? Yeah, that's because you've been exerting yourself while singing. I think it depends. I should have worked on my cardio. I haven't hiked in 10 years. No, I want to see the sunrise. I want to fucking see the sunrise. Arrgh. I need it. Oh, she's still going. Giving you a little piggyback right. There we go. All tied together, huh? Time and time again. This is a very effective relationship and character building episode. I'm very happy with it. Oh, no. Lol, no. You a full-grown woman. You could walk. It begins. Sunrise. Oh, wow. It's this big observation platform, huh? That's great. I haven't seen one of those since being in, like, national parks. That wheezing in the back. Oh, hush. It's the sun. It's pretty far. Go up there. Like, why wouldn't you? That's super sick. Let's go. Mmm. Thermos tea. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bing. Do-do-do-do. I can't use that. I cannot sing that. Don't want to go against that estate. No, 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 no. Do-do-do-do. We don't even see it, huh? We're just gonna... Okay, we do see it. I was willing to be okay with it if we didn't even see it, and we just saw the effect that it has on the child. Because that's more of the point, right? It sure did, dude. It sure freaking did. Omedetou gozaimasu! Hope she's out. Yep, big sis is just out. Oh, yeah. Ha. Yeah. Haha, no. That's a lot of mochi, kiddo. That's a lot of You're gonna be dead. That is too much mochi, 100%. You can try. It's gonna be some saving throws, dude. Hey, beautiful little plates and boxes. Oh. 3-Pete sleeping with Renge. Yeah. Yeah. Wunderbar. Truly a Nessan. This might be my favorite episode so far. I think it's because of the limit of it. It's focused in a way that a lot of the episodes don't seem to be. Sweet. Okay, I said it as we were heading into the ED, but I think this might be my favorite episode of Non Biyori so far, primarily because there's this feeling of focus in the episode. We start off with showing, everybody is experiencing New Year's. All of these different people are having their different versions of this one holiday, and that gives us the kind of feeling of like we get it sometimes during like festival fireworks sequences. It's a particular feeling like we're all connected because we're all experiencing the same thing at the same time. And you'll get it in a fireworks sequence because everybody in the town, whether they're like actually at the festival watching the fireworks or in other places, we'll get scenes of everybody looking out their windows during whatever the thing is going on and seeing the fireworks. And that connects all our characters in like a visual way that entrenches itself in our minds. You can do a similar thing with an experience of a date or time dependent holiday by showing that everyone is being affected by it. But what we don't do is what a lot of Non Biyori episodes so far have done, and I don't consider it a bad thing. I just consider this thing for this purpose for this episode to be better. What we don't do is we don't spend all our time jumping between characters and telling a bunch of little different stories. Instead, we focus really hard on two characters with a couple more as like offsets, the older sisters, but we focus really hard on two characters being Kaide and Renge and show how their relationship has built up over time with a really judicious and really like clever use of a single long form flashback sequence in the middle. I think that the structure of this episode is stellar for telling the story that it tells. And I think that the story that it tells is deeply resonant and believable and very, very charming. I think it's a really good episode of a show because it nails a bunch of beats. So we do all the like trappings of New Year's first, and then in the night before they go to sleep, and it's all good and cute and whatever. But then we transition into everybody's sleepy, Renge is sleeping, and we go into the OP. Now, I wrote only one thing down during this episode, and it was about the OP because something clicked for me in watching / listening to this OP. The build of the song suddenly locked into my mind as like, oh, there is, because I don't have it yet. And maybe that's, and I don't know if that yet will ever become a like, I will have it in the future. I just don't know. There are certain shows that when I watch them, there are pieces of them, songs, bits of things, even sections of like character animation that absolutely rock me emotionally. And I've talked about this a couple of times, but Precure in particular is one of those. Particularly Go Princess Precure and Heartcatch Precure managed to do that to me, both with the opening themes and with certain segments of the show. They hook into some deep feeling that I have, and usually it's deeply associated with music for me. But they hook into some feeling that I have that is, and Symphogear hits the beat as well. It's hard to describe because it's a complex emotion. It's not just one thing. And it's not like I can put a label on it like, oh, it's nostalgia, or oh, it's heroism, or oh, it's a swell of music. But it is the moment in Precure that I talked about in our one-off Precure reaction that I did on, I think on Patreon only. Where the character stops walking backward and starts walking forward. Like, that moment kills me. But also, pieces of the opening kill me. But it's that swell of music combined with either a choice of heroism or, in a case like Non Biyori, a feeling of everything being simple, and like childish wonder almost. Although it's not wonder at wondrous things, but instead at normalcy, at simple things. And it's in this last section of this OP, this build at the end, da, 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 that I could see just when I saw through it, I could see this moment affecting people deeply. And it's again, it's not in me yet. It's not there. I don't resonate with it in the way that I could. But I recognize now as I'm watching through it that this segment is something that could be deeply resonant for me. And maybe if I had seen Non Biyori earlier in my anime career and was less of a jaded fuckboy, maybe it would. And maybe like this sequence I could see fully bringing me to tears in a really weird way if I were in the right mental state going in and if like other things lined up. Again, there's nothing like crazy super special going on here. It's just a bunch of scenes that include Renge observing things about the world and experiencing things as a young child. But that on its own, combined with the lilting vocalization of the OP song, it all meshes together into an intersected point of a feeling that suddenly clicked for me that was like, I got it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And then we follow it up with an episode that kind of, in an amazing way, nails some of those same feelings really effectively. So I'm very impressed by this and happy with having this sort of revelation, this moment of realizing that that OP can be really meaningful. It's not just like, even though it is, and that's the crazy part of it, it is just like a one-off anime OP, but I realize as I'm watching it this one time, having had a break from it, that it's the kind of piece of media that could really embed itself into my subconscious and make me feel and think and realize a thing. And that's super cool. That's like the coolest thing that's possible. And I've identified it in this show for the first time. It's taken a lot of episodes to get there, but I got it. I think I got it. And that's super cool. Okay. So 3 a.m., waking up early. I love this moment as well. This one I resonate with a little bit better. The feeling of, it's the same feeling like whenever I've had to get up for like a 6 a.m. flight, there's a very different feeling that you get waking up early in the morning to go and accomplish some goal, and it's cold and you're throwing on multiple layers and you're still cold, and you like prep whatever you need to prep and you pack whatever you need to pack and you go out. I've done this a few times because I've spent a good bit of time in my earlier life camping, as well as multiple times have gone out during meteor showers to go and watch meteor showers. And the best time to do that is like 1 to 3 a.m., real early in the morning when it's really dark and really cold, and hopefully clear so that you can see the cool things. And it's a very similar experience because you're going out to observe something majestic about nature, but you have to deal with your own humanity in that moment, with your own mortality in a weird way, because humans don't like waking up when it's cold and early. But once you do, and once you get going, it's its own set of feelings, its own vibe, its own aesthetic, its own whole thing. And I think they really nail a portion of that just in this getting ready sequence, looking up at the corona-covered moon. Oh, wow. Words. But I think that is what it is. And Ren-chan insists on going with, I'm old enough, I'm big enough, I can go and walk and see the first sunrise. I want to go do it. And she is deeply insistent. And it's very cute watching her be so insistent. And we also see how Kaede handles that. As a big sister who we learn over the course of the episode has been taking care of Renge forever, we see her growth in being able to do that. And we can draw a direct line from Renge insisting on this thing that she wants to do and Kaede letting her do it to dealing with Renge as a baby and the way that relationship has evolved over time, right? Like from trying to dote on the child and figure out all the things to skeptically but openly allowing Renge to come with them when it's kind of dangerous, and like probably Renge will get too tired during it. It's a long walk and maybe she's too young for it, but maybe she's not. And so there's this like respect between the characters that we get here to let her go with. And also that she goes to Kaede and insists to Kaede is telling, right? She doesn't go and insist to her older sister, who's also her teacher, who would be the like obvious authority figure in this situation. That's not the obvious authority figure. Kaede is. And that tells us something about Renge's relationship with Kaede, like deeply. That's so cool. it works really well, I think. I think it works really well. I will. And she even makes a negotiation, right? Because she's old enough to do that at this point. She's able to negotiate terms, which are, I will eat all the things that I don't like eating, even peppers, even though I hate peppers. I will do them. Hear that, Renge? And then Kaide turns to the older sister and like for final confirmation. And then it is allowed. It is allowable. That it works so interestingly and so well. Okay, so we drive to a location, we start walking. We get our little joke about the mask. I'll carry the flashlight. I'll carry the flashlight too. And then she just ignores her and is like, nah, she's gonna carry the flashlight. You're weird. And Renge is insistent. We gotta go. We gotta get going. Also, I think the background work in this episode is really good. I don't know that it's like exceptional above and beyond what we've seen in Non Biyori big time, but it is really good. And in a way that kind of reminds me of Yuru Camp a little bit. They nail a couple of the resonant backgrounds where like the play of light over a valley is really important. There's one in the very early sequence of the like it's like golden orange sunlight over the whole valley of the town. And then there's the forest and the way the forest feels. And then we get later into the actual sunrise and it's all good there. Okay, Renge sings a crazy song. It's not a great idea to sing while you're hiking because it's hard. You need to breathe. And we transition into the deep, long ago past. So Kaide, sorry. This is like 4 or 5 years ago, right? She can't be more than 20 now, like 2022 now, right? Because she's like definitely a teenager right now. She's like a relatively young teenager. I would put her character design, and it's hard to do that because it's anime, right? In anime, you get little girls who are 300 and old women who are 8, right? It's like fucking crazy. But Renge, I'm sorry, fuck, I keep doing that. Kaide, I would say is probably like 16 here, something like that. Maybe there's a canonical answer to this, like how old is Kaede? Because you could work back from it and know how old Kaede is now. But I don't know that, and I'm not going to look up the character because there might be spoilers and stuff. If you want to let me know how old Kaede actually is in the present, like canonically, I would be interested in knowing that. But she's pretty young here, and is at this point, it seems like still an integral part, seemingly running the candy shop kind of on her own. I'm not sure if she's got a other family running the shop as well. But I'm bored. Okay, if you want to not be bored ever and have no time, how about you watch how about you watch a child? Oh boy. And so we do it. Great. 5,000 yen. The payment is in, and we have this great moment of the first time she picks up and holds Renge as like a moment where she takes a great care. And it's like quiet to herself, just like easy, okay, I could do this, right? There's something to it that's a character steeling themselves and preparing herself for a task that is difficult, but not knowing how difficult that task will be. Not yet. That's really interesting. Okay, so they leave her with all the things that she needs, and we start going through moments. The idea that children will be disinterested in the things that they'll be in the things you think they'll be interested in, and totally enraptured by other things, and are like unpredictable and hard to figure out. And usually the parents have figured out some of the things, like some of the ways that they act. For example, the rattle thing, like, oh, loves playing with the rattle, but if he's playing with other toy and you shake the rattle at them, she's going to think you're making fun of her and she's going to freak out. That's a weird quirk, but exactly the kind of thing that parents just know about their children and have learned over the course of like however long Renge has been alive, right? Also, the idea that children will just go into tantrums for reasons that you cannot possibly understand, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. In fact, often it doesn't make sense, and yet you have to treat them as though their feelings are valid because they are. That's hard. That's really hard. And it's not just a thing that parents immediately get, and it's something to be aware of. if you ever plan to have children, is that kids are unpredictable and tough to deal with, and their temper tantrums or just screaming fits, especially when they're very young, are not necessarily justifiable, but they are valid. Like the feelings of frustration and difficulty that child feels and physically, like literally cannot express to you in words and cannot answer you when you ask why is this happening, are crazy. And sometimes sometimes the response of like trying to figure out what is wrong and make it right again doesn't work because nothing is wrong and the child is just frustrated and wants to cry. And that's crazy. But it's true. It just is the way that children are sometimes. And maybe it would work if they were able to communicate what they were frustrated about, but sometimes not. And I think that this sequence where she lifts her up high and she cries more, and she puts her in the middle and she cries more, and she puts her back down on the floor where she started and she's fine. It's like, okay, I, okay, I don't understand how you work, child, but I will do what I can to help you. It's a perfect little moment, and it's a perfect little teaching moment for Kaede figuring this shit out. And it's very cool, and I think it reads as very real, in a serious way. Um, Again, I have been watching a child grow up. My roommate has a baby boy who's going on 2 now. But I've watched this child develop from very young age up through now. And a lot of the things that happen with young Renge, a lot of the things that happen with young Renge read to me as very real. Kaede also reads to me as I don't think skilled is the word, but uh, uh, a very instinctively good caretaker. Like she as a character is written to be pretty good at this. Relatively patient and kind of figures out the things in the right way without getting upset in turn, or like freaking out about anything, really like truly freaking out, right? I think that's very good. There are parents and babysitters and caretakers who, without training, will see a child play with a cat and will freak the fuck out because the child is in danger, or the child won't play with the rattle that they think the child should play with, and they'll just keep shaking it at them. Like, there are a lot of ways to go wrong, and I don't think Kaede does. I think she's very good at this, and is written to be so. It's difficult, but she's up to the challenge, and I think that's really cool. Also, character design for young Renge with the little top thing is super cute. It works great. Um, just enraptured by the bear, totally doesn't care about the thing. Gotta read the whole list before you start playing with the list. And there we go. Distracted, back to the milk, difficult life, crying child, the milk is back, got the milk, we did it. It was really hard. Gosh, why don't you feel grateful to me? And she doesn't, because she's not capable of that, but you are currently the one taking care of her, and so she will snuggle with you, is your reward. That's the reward that you get. And it's a bigger reward in a lot of ways than you might think. She does say mama, and Renge, I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Kaede is like, I'm not your mama, though. But at the moment, you kind of are. And it's very cute that she's calling you that. You are her Onesan or Onesama, something like that. So, some great backgrounds again, great moments. I really like this pink field here as we move through time, come back home, and find them asleep together. And we will then go from here to bringing it back around to the New Year's night when they also fall asleep together. I do think that this is a weird thing to bring up in terms of like care for a child. I don't think you're supposed to sleep in the same bed as a child until they're like 2 or so, like a little bit older and a little bit bigger and a little bit less soft and squishy and prone to being asphyxiated by covers. There's a reason that like children are usually kept in separate cribs, and I'm not an expert on this by any means. It was just something that we went through with the child who lives here, that the child shouldn't be allowed to sleep in bed with other people until they're a little bit older and a little bit larger. It might have something to do with the propensity to like roll on top of the child, and it may have to do with like covers and asphyxiation. I straight up don't know, and again, I'm not an expert on this, but this does raise a little bit of a concern for me. It's okay. It's totally fine in the anime though. It's fine. I just wanted to bring it up because it was a thing that was like, I think this scene is crucial. I think it's absolutely crucial that Kaede comes back of her own volition without being paid, and kind of tsundere babysitters it with like, oh yeah, well, and is blushing the whole time. I brought her snacks, they're like leftover. And she's like, well, but we can't give expired snacks to a child. Well, they're not expired, they're just leftover, which is to say they're not leftover at all. I just wanted to bring something for Renge because I feel a connection to this child and I want to make this child happy, which is fucking awesome. It's beautiful character building. That Kaede goes from here for the money, we sold out a long time ago, we're in it for the money now, to in it for the child. And that's very cool as a transition, right? Like super cool. It's a moment of a character making an action that very, very clearly demonstrates the way that the character feels inside, and that the way that the character feels inside has changed over time because of interacting with another character. How fucking cool is that? That's super cool to me. I think it's really good. I think it's a great moment. It also gives us a cute moment of young Kaede being like bashful and tsundere, like, no, they're new, but there are too many of them. I had to bring them. No more explanation. No more words. Let me see the child. Wonderful. Okay. So, oh, ribbons. Oh, she still wears those ribbons. I missed that. I didn't fully catch that. It didn't like click into my brain that that's a thing that happened. Okay. So, Renge's classic ribbons they are a different set now, but her whole hairstyle is something that fucking Kaede actually gave to her initially, and she's stuck with it since then. That's good as like a visual representation of the same idea. Fucking wonderful. Okay, singing but tired. Was it a lie? No, it wasn't a lie, but it was a lie. Also, I'll carry you. And I can't carry the ring, Mr. Frodo, Mr. Renge, Mrs. Renge, but I can carry you. And we go to a nice observation spot, and we wait, and we watch. And slowly, ever so slowly, the sun does what it does every day and rises up over the mountains. And I thought we weren't even going to show it. And it would be totally fine if we didn't. Because this right here, we do it all in the eyes. Renge opening her eyes and her mouth in wonder at the wondrous sight of a new sunrise. Happy freaking New Year, everybody. Let's go home and eat some mochi soup and end the episode there. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. That relationship is key and core and important to both of them. Best storytelling. There might be other elements of the episode that aren't there in the same, like it's not as humorous as certain other episodes. It's not as like as crazy and showing all these different character interactions and stuff. But as far as telling a compelling story about a relationship between human beings, this is a powerful episode and a really well done one. I'm super pleased with this episode of Non Biyori, and I like it a lot. I think this is my favorite episode so far, and I think talking through it has cemented it for me as easily my favorite episode so far. So, fuck yeah. Great episode to watch as a solo episode. We got some good discussion out of it. Hell yes. I'm super happy about that. And we're going to call it there. So, I'm been Teeaboo. This has been Non Biyori episode 10. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you have your other things, I might have missed things in the episode. I'm not at 100%, but I think I was okay enough to be okay with this episode. But if I've missed things, or if there are other things about this episode that you love or hate and want to talk about, please throw them in the comments. I love reading them, and I hope that we can have some more discussion about some of the elements of this episode. And I think I've thrown out a couple of things that I was curious about. Kaide's age is one of them, as well as if anybody wants to correct me on any of the things I said about childcare, because I could totally be wrong on those, and I'd love to have better information rather than be right. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. In any case, I really, 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 really like this episode. Also, the fact and the way that the opening kind of clicked for me emotionally is something we'll have to look at in the future as we watch the opening again. But I found that to be an exciting moment, an exciting feeling. So I'm really pleased with this, and I'm excited to watch more next week. Hopefully, I will be totally, like, not sick next week. We can we can pray. That's gonna be it for me here. I hope you've enjoyed. If you want the next episodes of Non Biyori, whenever they do come out, they will be out on the Patreon a little bit after this one goes live on YouTube. So check that out if you'd like to. And I will see you next time for more Non Biyori. See you there. Peace.